on my phone, and everything's overheating, so it's not charging back up. Um, Basically, ever since I sat on that panel, I've been getting attacked, mostly Hannibal, by young men who appear to be incels. Because why? Why are they so obsessed with these topics that they're going to come to my channel and harass me? And it's still going on. It's Friday now. Still going on. Why are they harassing me, Hannibal? By the way, the fall that I took on Wednesday, I've had three falls this week, right? The fall that I had Wednesday before I jumped on that panel, I went backwards, right? So my occipital bone and behind my left ear hurts right now. I even talked to my mom about this, and she was like, why didn't you put your arms in front of you and break your fall? And I'm like, you can't do that if you're falling backwards. What, you want me to reach back? I have no eyesight. I can't tell where I'm going to land. I don't know what's happening. I hit my head hard. And the conversation that we were having that night was about pregnancy for older women. So, why the hell would you cut off an older woman who can actually speak to the subject? Because all you men need to fucking weigh in? You know what it's like for us when we have to deliver at an older age, and it's more difficult for our bodies, and it's complicated, and you have to have more doctor appointments than normal because of what's going on with you. Are you for real? I sat on the panel once before that, and Inferno, I love you. I think you're great. You jump in on the conversation constantly. You dominate those panels a lot. But apparently, Hannibal's audience can't handle it when there's a woman who has something to say, right? So I've been harassed ever since Wednesday over doing that panel, and I'm done with it. I'm never going to that channel ever again, because why the fuck is it so misogynistic? What is going on with that channel that you got a bunch of young incel dudes who need to harass a panelist? You had the same problem last week when MASH got harassed, but you handled it that time. You did not handle it with me. We were talking about pregnancy at an older age, and I was trying to discuss how once you turn 35, it is required that they do the amniotic sac test, which is basically a giant needle that goes into your belly button so they can test to see if you're going to have a Down syndrome baby or autism or something like that. And they force you. I have a knot on the back of my head, you guys. They force you to test for that. Not like it's gonna, like, okay, cool. I'm probably going to complete my pregnancy and realize that life will be a bit more difficult raising this child, right? Because you're already in the second trimester when it happens. And so to try and go through an abortion at that point in time means that you have to have a partial birth abortion. It's very difficult, right? The first 12 weeks, you get the little vacuum thing. But once you get into the second trimester, that's a partial birth. Look, the women on that panel had a right to speak. We had a right to speak because we actually have some experience in women's issues. Some of us are actually mothers and grandparents and know how this goes. And it's absolutely disgusting that men shut me down on Wednesday. I've had it. I will not visit that channel again. So that's where I landed. I know I chatted with Kalari. She said he'll probably apologize to you. Well, he could have. It's been 2 days. Why hasn't he? He could have apologized to me. I have a knot on the back of my head, Kalari, from where I fell. And my mom's like, "Why didn't you break your fall?" Because I went backwards, not forwards. My grandmother on my dad's side, before she passed away, she was taking a walk with her husband. This is back in the 90s. And she fell forward. But she had her hands in her pocket and was not able to get them out in time to break her fall. She had sunglasses on at the time. So she ended up with two ginormous black eyes and a broken nose. I went backwards. She went forwards. Okay? But I'm getting a little sick and tired of everybody making judgments about how we're injured, whether or not somebody's had a surgery and now came out of it with a stutter. Why? Like, in uh, does does that prevent us from the knowledge that we have on the topics that we're discussing? Dudes, you don't have uteruses. So let the women speak, please.